I'm Stacy Hudson, and thank you for joining me here in my home office. Whether you're in your home office or you're working in a hotel, today I'm going to lead you through a few chair yoga exercises that'll help you focus on your day. So to start with, make sure you've got a seat and a steady chair. Mine has wheels on it, but I'm on carpet, so we're not going to go too far. But from here, we're just going to make sure that we're comfortable in our chair, and we're just going to lean back. It doesn't matter what kind of chair you have. Just find what is your most comfortable seated position. And from here, I just want you to drop your chin toward your chest, just let your head fall forward. And we're going to start by just focusing on our breath. So you can let your gaze soften or even let your eyes close. And you want to just bring your breath to its natural state. But we'll focus on keeping that breath through our nose. So equal inhales to equal exhales. And at this point, you're focusing on nothing other than your breath. Only focus on what you're doing, and right now, that's nothing but breathing. If you have any tension built up in your body, any of those muscles, whether it's your fingers, your jaws, anywhere in your legs or your shoulders, just let it go. And begin to lengthen those inhales and those exhales. Maybe you even count the length of them so you can be sure that they are equal inhale to equal exhale. And this is a great practice you can do throughout the day if you just need a moment to yourselves to relax or calm down or just come to a fresh state of mind. And go ahead, just blink your eyes open. Go ahead and sit tall. Maybe you come up to the front of your chair if you need a little bit more room in your chair. We're going to let our arms hang down to the side, and we're just going to take a couple inhales as we reach our arms up overhead. Let our gaze follow our hands, and then exhale, just let it fall back down. We're going to match our breath to our movement here. Inhale, reach up, let your gaze follow. Exhale, let it all out. One more time, let's do that. Let's inhale, reach up, and exhale, let it out. This next time we're going to start off the same. We're going to inhale, reach up, let our gaze look up, but then with our right hand, we're going to go ahead and grab our left wrist, and we're going to bend over toward our right side. We're just going to feel a nice stretch here in the left side of our body. And while we're here, we continue to breathe. We always want to make sure we're breathing when we're doing our stretches. It helps you stretch a little further into the poses. Inhale, sit tall. Go ahead, switch those hands out. So our left hand is grabbing our right wrist very gently, and then we just bend to the left side. Inhale, sit tall, and we're going to release our hands back into what we call cactus arms here. So pull your elbows, squeeze your shoulders back toward one another. Really feel that opening up of the chest and the stretching of the back there. If you want to, you can go ahead and let your gaze look up. So you have a little bit of a back bend there. If you've been sitting in your chair all day, or you know you're going to be sitting in your chair all day, this is a great movement for you. And then on your next inhale, you're just going to bring your forearms and the palms of your hands together in front of your face. And then exhale, let it back out to our cactus arms. Inhale, pull it back in together, and exhale, let it all back out. There you go. Just go ahead and let your arms drop down to the side here. We're going to stay up in that front part of our chair, but I want you to walk your legs out just a little bit further than hip width distance apart. Inhale, sit tall, and exhale, you're just going to fold over your hips. You're going to let your head hang heavy down toward the ground. And even just release your arms down to the ground. If they reach the ground, that's great. If they don't, you can just go ahead and hold on to your shins and just let your head hang heavy. You might want to shake your head yes or shake your head no. Just wake it all up. And then go ahead and reach for opposite elbows here and let your arms hang. They can dangle here. This is a ragdoll pose from a chair position. Take a couple breaths here. Bring your hands back to the ground. ground or to your legs, and then gently bring them back up to your knees. Slowly sit up as you inhale. We've been inverted there. We don't want to make ourselves dizzy, so slowly, slowly, slowly we sit back up. Walk your feet back in together until they're close to one another. Bring your hands just gently to your thighs, just above your knees. And on your next inhale, we're going to spin our fingers toward one another, our elbows out. Arch your back. Bring that chin back to your chest and try to pull your belly button back toward your spine for a seated cat pose. Another great pose for waking up that back if we've been sitting all day or if we know we're going to be. And just breathe here. And on your next exhale, you're going to spin those fingers around, pull those elbows back in. Your gaze is going to look up toward the sky, and you open your heart up toward the sky for a seated cow pose. Take a few breaths. Next inhale, we're going to come back into our cat pose, so spinning those elbows and those fingers, arching that back. We're just going to stay here for 2 breaths this time. And then exhale back into cow. Inhale right back into cat. And exhale right back into cow. You can continue doing this as many times as you would like. I know some of these poses feel better than others, but go ahead. When you're ready, drop your hands back out to the side. Inhale, reach up, both hands reach up and overhead. Exhale, we're going to reach forward like we're holding a medicine ball, and we're breathing the whole time. We're just hinging over those hips. And then exhale, sweep those arms back and behind you. Airplane arms is what this is called. Pull your fingers back toward one another. Pull those elbows and shoulders in one more time. Keep breathing here. Focus on that breath. And then on your next inhale, sweep those arms back up and overhead. Let your palms meet and bring all that energy down the center line of your body. We're going to do a couple twists here to finish off our little chair yoga session. So go ahead, bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Let your left arm sweep back behind you. Maybe it grabs a hold of whatever chair you're sitting in. If you don't have a back on your chair, maybe you just reach for the seat you're sitting on. Either way, you twist, you look over your left shoulder, and on each exhale, you just twist a little deeper, but never too deep that it hurts, only to where it's comfortable. And just remember to breathe. And on your next inhale, sweep both of those arms back up overhead, and then exhale, we're going to go to the opposite side, twisting over that right shoulder this time. And then inhale, reach both of those hands up overhead, let your hands meet, return that down to the heart one more time. And then on your next inhale, you're going to pull your right knee in toward your chest. Wrap your hands around your shins, sit tall, and just hug that knee into your body. And then start pointing your toes, flexing your toes. Maybe you want to add some circles there with your ankles, your choice. Just make sure those ankles get a little love too. And then exhale, let that leg sit back down, and inhale the left leg to the chest. Same thing, sit tall first. And then you can begin pointing or flexing those toes. Maybe a little ankle rotation if that feels good. If you do it one way, make sure you do it the other though. And then exhale, go ahead, sit that leg down. Bring your hands out to the side once again. Inhale, sweep them up and overhead. Exhale, let them fall down to the side. 2 more times. We're going to do that, just returning to our breath. Inhale, sweep those hands up and overhead. And exhale, let them fall back down. This next time we're going to do it a little bit longer. So biggest breath we've taken this entire time. Inhale, sweep it up. Pause at the top of your breath here for just a moment and take a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it out. Let it out through your mouth even. And then bring your hands back here to heart center. I want to thank you for taking the last 10 minutes or so out of your day to practice a little bit of stretching and focusing our breath. So once again, namaste.